President. This is all good afternoon. Behind us is what used to be the Wood Prison. From all indications, that's where the first fire was set. Well, simultaneously with the chapel, which is beyond this building. The Wood Prison had in it 25 condemned prisoners, along with 119 other convicted prisoners. It is believed that the convicted prisoners who were housed in this end of the Wood Prison aided the condemned prisoners who were locked in the condemned division to get out by reaching the doors. The fire that was set here, as well as the chapel, those were two wooden buildings. The chapel was shingled, which I think aided the rate at which the building burned. Wooden shingle. Immediately behind us is where the old Capital Division used to be. That was a convicted dormitory that had on the day 226 prisoners. Behind that was a 3-story building. The ground floor used to be the dining hall that, because of the fire that destroyed this building in March last year, the dining hall was converted to a dormitory and had 109 prisoners on the day of the fire. Above that was the infirmary. The infirmary had 35 prisoners on the day, and the tailor shop division was on the top floor with 135 remanded prisoners. 5 buildings were actually gutted on the day. The other building was the North Dormitory. The North Dormitory is subdivided into several housing units. That entire division has been demolished, as well as the administrative building, which housed the reception area, the operations room, the armory, the records and registry department. We were, however, able to retrieve the records and warrants, the ledgers that we would normally do, the entries of all persons admitted to the prison. Some of those were damaged by the fire, but we are able to count for all of the inmates, all of the remanded and convicted inmates. We have 32 prisoners at the Mary prison who are Georgetown prisoners. Those are the young offenders. We had about 7 of them who were committed. Those warrants were in the records at the reception department and are damaged, but we were in consultation with the Court of Clerks for the reconstruction of those warrants.
If I can ask, all of the prisoners were released from the cells before the fire started? How is it that prisoners were not locked in during the fire?
Prisoners were locked in. When the fire started in the Wood Prison, the matter of fact, from what was reported to me, prisoners used pieces of wood and actually broke the wall to get entry and exit the Wood Prison and other divisions. The old Capital, which was secured by a grill door and a solid wooden door. The wooden door was open because it was just during the feed-up exercise that was in progress. So they managed to open the grill door as well. To make the way.
How many persons were in Camp 2 prison at the time of the fire? At the outbreak? As of 4:45 on the night?
It would have been somewhere in the vicinity of 980 because we hardly had prisoners out at labor on Sunday.
So all of those 980 were free of their cells?
Yes, sir.
Nobody is likely to have been burned to death?
Our findings show that 9 persons cannot be accounted for, and based on our inspection done so far on the ground, we have not discovered any remains to indicate that persons would have suffered burn. So it is highly believed that those persons are at large, having escaped. From the video footage,
are they convicts or remands?
We have the one that is sentenced to death and another one who's doing 8 years. His sentence would have finished on the 12th of January 2018. The others are remanded for trafficking in narcotics, trafficking in marijuana, trafficking in cocaine, attempted murder, and 2 counts of robbery. We also had the ex-police Barship, who's charged with 2 counts of armed robbery and murder. One prisoner who was captured last season, who was charged with trafficking in cannabis. And there was one foreign national, a Trinidadian, Cornelius Thomas, who was charged for trafficking in cocaine, who remains alive.